Hey, I have something for us today, and it's a special something. I was looking through WikiHows, and I stumbled on an email that Ethan sent us. Thank you, Ethan.
Thank you, Ethan.
And it's from a website called Holidappy, which I believe is a mixture of a portmanteau of the words holiday and happy. And Holidappy, this article has a lot of helpful tips for us.
Can I just say that's a portmanteau? That's terrible. That's not how
you didn't have to say that. In doing portmanteau is itself. Think about that.
Whoa.
So Holidappy has composed here a list of happy Independence Day messages and wishes that we can send each other and our loved ones to celebrate the good times, great oldies, and this incredible country of ours.
Completely flawless, no notes.
This kick-ass country that we live in, and how we can send messages to each other on Independence Day to really acknowledge that.
Hey, Griffin, might I propose a game?
Sure.
What if you read the message, right?
Okay.
And then we counted to 3, and all 3 of us said who in our life we think would send that message to us.
Oh, no. This game won't work, and I'll tell you why. They're all Nani. Can I begin?
Ah, damn it. Okay, go on.
Short greetings for text messages. So just like, and it's not just for us. This episode, I don't know if we're putting this out on our usual day. If we do, it is July 4th right now when you're listening to this. So go ahead and snap off a few of these and just like shoot them over to your buds and see what you get back from. Let's salute the nation. That's one. That's the first one. And
that
then
sounds like weirdly like making plans for something, doesn't it? Like that's not just like, hey, happy 4th. That's like, let's do hey, what are you doing right now? Let's go salute the nation.
When you salute the nation, do you look at the ground, or do you just try to shoot?
You lay down. You lay down face down with your hand between your forehead and the dirt.
That's good. So the second one escalates a little bit in that it says, "I pledge that the labor of our past heroes shall not be in vain."
What? Wow. Hey. Wow. Also, not necessarily what the 4th of July is about.
Yeah,
I think you're thinking more Memorial Day. That's more of a Memorial Day vibe.
Can you bring hot dog buns to the cookout? Thank you. I pledge that the labor of our past heroes shall not be in vain. I asked a pretty simple question about the hot dog buns.
That's also a thing you could say after watching a lot of Marvel movies too.
Yeah. You could also say something like, "I feel proud to be part of a prosperous nation." Followed up by Happy Independence Day.
Yeah.
Didn't start there though, huh?
Nothing is as good as living in an independent and self-sustaining nation.
Well,
what are you talking about?
Doesn't mean anything.
You mean our self-sustaining nation that worries about our wheat supply, oil supply?
Yeah, our self-sustaining nation that when boats couldn't get over from China started choking on its own puke until it shit its pants.
That doesn't have enough. What do you mean? Doesn't have enough microchips to make things. We're doing it.
Yeah, we have incredible computers we have trucks sitting in factories that don't have chips in them.
Our one gubernatorial douchebag just strangles the entire avocado pipeline. What a beautiful self-sustaining nation.
We don't need anybody else except
baby, we got it.
Best wishes and happy Independence Day. Here's wishing you have a happy Independence Day. Happy birthday to our dear country. Let's remember all the past heroes who fought for our freedom and unity. Okay.
I love our past heroes. Let me say,
if
you were a hero and in the past, wild about it.
Yeah.
I feel like they do have a day.
That's their day.
The ones that are past heroes and current heroes, both got days. Like
they both.
If we were being honest, these messages would be like, and let's salute the idea of signing a piece of paper. Because really, come on.
There's always got to be somebody, though, if you try to say what 4th of July is. There's always somebody who's like, no, it's not actually that. It's like the sign of the Declaration of Independence. And then there's always got to be some joker who's like, actually is the day that the Continental Congress announced that the different papers have been signed.
You bring up such a great point, Justin. Why is the Joker so pedantic about history? I've never understood that thing of like, yes, Batman, I will get you. Also, not everybody signed the Declaration on the 4th. Actually, a lot of people signed it on the 5th.
It was rad. That's the worst. Hey, Trav, that's the worst Joker impression I ever heard.
Thank you. I'm trying. It's a new take for the Joker that I'm trying, where he's both the clown prince of crime, but also the clown prince of factual accuracy.
Yeah. If somebody does come at you with that very pedantic correction, just hit them back with a, may God continue to uplift this country's glory.
Is that what he's been doing?
I missed that. Oh, man, where have I been looking?
Wow.
Or just hit them with a very straightforward, right over the plate. Today is a very special day for the nation and its people. Well,
I would just send that every day for a while, because it's probably true, whether good or bad. There's probably something happening on that date that feels pretty major.
Yeah. Here's wishing you and your family the best the nation has to offer as we celebrate our country's independence. So, like, some Five Guys. Is that what you mean? Is just some Five Guys in a national park? Go eat some Five Guys in a national park. That's
assuming it's open, because they could get staffing for it.
That could be an issue. Those are texts, but you all know me. I don't like to text because it feels very
it's so cold
and impersonal. I like a card.
It's robotic.
So these are some slightly more thoughtful, longer messages that you could write in a card.
I love getting cards from Griffin.
I do too.
Yeah.
Like I'll get a card every few days. It's like, hey, I'm hopping on Fortnite. Let's go. Or like, hey, you're late for this. The postcard is like, hey, what size T-shirt do you wear? You know.
Yeah.
Or like, can we reschedule today's recording because I have diarrhea again?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys remember the greeting card I got you both? And it had like a cute cartoon firework on the front of it, and then when you open it up inside the card, it already had written, "Baby, you're a firework. Happy 4th of July."
Yeah,
I remember that. Yeah,
and
that
then
really
underneath that, I wrote myself. I added, "The future progress and development of our great country do not depend solely on technological advancements, but how we build social cohesion and trust between our nation and its people. Let's continue building a great nation we can all rely on and be proud of. Happy 4th of July."
I'm Griffin McElroy, and I approve this message.
What on the fuck? What?
Yeah. And then there was the one with the cartoon grill on it, and it says, you're a barbecutie. Happy 4th of July.
Yeah.
And then underneath that, I wrote, every citizen should have a sense of belonging wherever they find themselves. May all our politicians rise to the great task of building trust between the people and the nation so we can have peace and stability in our country. Here's wishing everyone a happy Freedom Day celebration.
I do remember that. I did think it was weird that it was written in cutout letters for magazines. But other than that, it was really nice. I liked the sentiment.
Do we call it Freedom Day?
I do not believe so.
Futurama does. Is this person confusing real life with Futurama?
Conflating real life with Futurama. That does happen.
Yeah. Those are just some normal things to write inside of a greeting card. And this is my favorite one. As we mark our insert number, Independence Day today, try to think of something that you have done to better the welfare of the people. If nothing comes to mind, then try to think of what you might be able to do in the future. Happy Independence Day! Just a little homework for you.
That sounds like a card. That sounds like a card a funeral home would send you to thank you for your business, doesn't it? Like you got on their mailing list, and it's like, what? There's a tiny calendar that you have no use for whatsoever, and a card asking you what you've done for the nation.
Hey, I'm going to play, this is a quick math challenge. I'm going to count to 3, and then you guys say how many years since 1776, 4th of July. You ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, go.
354.
240 some?
Wow, yeah. It's
354, I think.
354?
354?
Griffin. 354? It is the year 2130?
I said 240. I felt pretty good about that.
240 is pretty close. 240 is pretty close. I believe it's 246.
You believe?
You didn't give me a lot of time.
But you went with 300. You couldn't do simple 300, Griffin. Already puts it at 2076.
Here's your common core, bud. It's just the big blocks, the hundreds blocks.
That it. 300 is obviously a bad start. That's obviously the wrong start. A 2 at the front and then any number afterwards would have been excusable.
Yeah.
Okay, now here's what I will say in Griffin's defense. 17 was the start of it, right?
Yeah.
And 20 is where ours starts now.
Yeah.
17 plus 20, 300. I can see how he would get there. It's not that.
17 plus 20 is 300. I think we can all at least agree with that.
No,
Do you guys remember the greeting card I sent you that had the cartoon American flag on the front of it? And it said, looking good in stars and stripes, baby, happy Independence Day. And then underneath that, I wrote, each time I remember those who laid down their lives for this day of freedom we are celebrating, tears roll down my cheeks. I wish they were alive today to see how the country is progressing toward greatness.
I'm actually not getting any of your cards because every time you try to write my house number, it just says 777333 blue. It's like, no, Griffin, that's a wholly incomplete understanding of arithmetic.
Listen, I know we've talked about it before on the show, but if someone could snap their fingers and the founding fathers would be alive today, they would not care about where our country's at. They'd be terrified at everything else. TVs, cars.
Okay, Mr. Bean, let's not
airplanes.
revisit our old gags to try to reuse them for new purposes.
I would take Abe Lincoln to go see that new Jurassic World movie, and he'd be like, the whole time, like, like hiding under the chair. Fucking idiot.
Wouldn't you love to actually, like, if you got people from a certain time period, I don't know when this would be, like, say Shakespeare times.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you brought him into the future, and everybody's like, I would take him to Steak and Shake or whatever. Like, I don't have to, or whatever. I would show him TV. The best thing to do with somebody from that time period would be, or I guess any biblical times, whatever, would be to tell them about dinosaurs.
Yeah.
And then instantly tell them they don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
That's gotta
like,
be rough.
hey, guess what? Dinosaurs. Be like, oh shit. You let them go on for like a half hour. You're showing them all the sick ass like videos and photos that we have of dinosaurs from the media. And then at the right moment, you're like, but they don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
Sorry, bud. Sorry.
And
Sorry
then
about
send
the
them
roller
right
coaster.
back. And then they're right back there at their desk.
But go start digging for bones. You never know.
Yeah.
Hey, can we go digging for some bones in the money bone?
Oh.
Money bone is a challenge.
I think you meant funny bone. Monkey bone. That's what it was. Let's go to
Can
the
we all
monkey
go
bone.
watch? Hey, let's take a quick 2 hours to go watch Monkey Bone.
It's
Extended
90.
edition.
It's 93 minutes.
No, I'm
Yeah,
talking
but
about
you
the
need 30
director's-
minutes
the
to decompress afterwards.